Hey everybody, today I would like to make a video showing off my Star Wars collection of the 3 3/4 inch figures from episodes 1 to 6. I have a reasonably big collection of Star Wars figures. This is the box I keep them in. It's a DVD player box. You can see on here it says Star Wars bagged because I've got them all bagged up. When I had to clear out and organize my room, about a year back now, I had to put some figures that I wasn't going to be displaying in boxes, and sadly Star Wars had to take a sacrifice. I picked a lot of these figures up when I was a kid, when I was about 8 years old, maybe about 7 years ago, just kind of after episode 2 came out, back quite a while ago, of course, because in my local area, once the movie had came in and kind of left by about 2003, like I say, I was about 8 years old, all the figures from the episode 2 3 3/4 inch line went for $1.50 to £1 in my local bargain stores, which I guess makes every figure in here $3, I guess, American. So each and every one of these figures was an absolute steal, bargain, except some of them are from the episode 3 line, of course, when episode 3 came out, and I'm talking about prequels here, of course. So some of them did cost me kind of full retail price, but most of them are pretty cheap. And I can see I've clocked up 2 minutes already, so I think this is going to be a reasonably long video. So I hope you have fun watching it. I'm doing this video primarily, obviously to show off my Star Wars collection because I'm pretty proud of it, but just to show, because there's a couple of channels here, really great guys on YouTube who are dedicated to making Star Wars videos. Their names are Laugh It Up Fuzzball 70 and Mad Wober, which I really apologize because I feel like I'm pronouncing that name wrong. Please let me off the hook for saying your name wrong, but if I did, but I'll link them down in the channel description below. Even though I have quite a nice Star Wars collection, this YouTube channel is just dedicated to collecting in general. Their channels are purely Star Wars, so all you die-hard Star Wars fans out there, go check them out. If you're just looking for action figures and comics in general, take a look at my channel, please. 3 minutes and no figures. I do apologize for this long introduction. But here are all the figures bagged up, as you can see, and there are a lot of them. Like I say, kind of here's my hand, and I don't think the whole box is on camera. Really big box, and it's pretty deep as well. So this video I think is going to be reasonably long. First up, and I don't know what order these figures are going to come out in, so we'll just explore together. First up we have a droid. He is from the episode 1 figure line. They had a wide range of Star Wars toys back, like I say, back when the second movie came out, for basically like $3. So all these figures span from episode 1 and episode 2, episode 3 figure lines, but obviously from all 6 movies. You can see droid looks pretty nice, and all these figures in the bags are complete. I looked after my toys when I was young, and I kept them all with basically all their accessories. Well, at least 80% of the figures have all their accessories. Pick this guy out. It's a clone from the episode 2 line. Pretty nice. I'm gonna try and pick up the pace because I don't want this video to drag on. There's a Han Solo. He came in a box set, the Jabba's Place box set. I'm sure a few of the Star Wars guys have showed that off. This was the free figure. He came in the, I hope I'm right in calling it Carbonite, when he's frozen at the end of episode 5, and this is obviously his appearance when you first see him in episode 6. I have the Carbonite somewhere. but as you can see, it's not in the bag, so this is one that's maybe not complete. This guy's name escapes me. I could have told you when I was really into Star Wars when I was a kid. I really need to go back and re-watch them. But I used to watch all of them, well, the original trilogy I used to watch on the VHS tapes. And now with all the changes they made to Star Wars over the years, I'm not going back and watching them until they do a definitive release where there's no changes. I don't mind the prequels. I think they're okay movies. I mean, they're acceptable, not as good as the original trilogy, but until they release them with no edits, I ain't buying. And my VHS player at the minute, it broke, so I'm gonna need a new player if I want to watch them again. He's the character that everybody hates from episode 1, Jar Jar Binks. A clone commander from episode 3, the episode 3 toy line, so this is probably one I paid full retail price, you know, I think they're about $6.99 in the UK, bag with a few accessories in. Boba Fett, this was from a different line of toys. You know, if I'm getting anything wrong, die-hard Star Wars fans, please correct me. But this was from a line that kind of came in green packaging. I think it might have been called Feel the Force Wave or something, and I'm probably completely wrong and sounding like a fool. But I'll move on. Like I used to be quite the Star Wars fanatic when I was young. Not so much now, like I say, because all they've done is change it, and it annoys me. He's a pilot from the episode 3 line. Another one that I've paid full price for back in the day because I was trying to build a clone army for myself. I just wish they would leave them alone, personally. I think this guy's from episode 6. A rebel kind of troop. No specific name. If he has got a name, somebody tell me. Count Dooku, episode 2. Super Battle Droid. Like I say, I'm not taking these out of the bags. If there's any figure you would like me to review, don't hesitate to do a comment, or maybe suggest your favorite 3 figures you saw here for me to review, because these are pretty small figures, so it would be good to do 3-in-1 review. Mace Windu from episode 2. Jango Fett. I have 2 of him, I'm sure will come up later. 2 episode 3 figures. We have Obi-Wan and Anakin from episode 3. Another member of the Jedi Council that escapes me. His name escapes me. I could have told you years ago, but my Star Wars knowledge isn't as good as it used to be. And please do forgive me. Here's that other Jango Fett that I was talking about. This one's a much better figure. I like this one much more. I think my Star Wars knowledge is okay, but an Anakin from episode 2, in his kind of less, I guess, less formal outfit. Not a very good figure. But when I was a kid, I used to get £2 a week to spend. So these figures, I won't say I never liked Star Wars. Here's little Jango. When I was like 5, I just didn't find it interesting. I never sat down and watched it until I actually got into the movies through these figures because they were affordable. Anakin from episode 2. So with these figures, I could buy 1 a week. Unlike other figures from my childhood where I had to save up for many weeks to buy a figure. You know, I could build a line of figures in a matter of, I could get 4 figures in a month, when it amazed me when I was a kid. Here you can see an Obi-Wan from episode 4. This was from the same wave as the Django, the Feel the Force wave, maybe. Clock 10 minutes, so I'll try and speed this up because I don't want to get it anywhere over 15. And R2-D2. But like I say, mainly today my priorities lie in Dragon Ball Z and comic books rather than Star Wars. But I would love to go back and rewatch them. Darth Vader from episode 2. Well, the episode 2 toy line, but of course from episode 5, the end scene. This is a pretty interesting figure. It's a Darth Vader that turns into an Anakin. You can take his helmet off and he morphs. It's a pretty crappy figure, I'll give it that. And I think I spent about £10 because it was a deluxe figure and I was really disappointed as a kid. So I got a bit ripped off with that one. Another exclusive, maybe £10 figure. General Grievous. He has kind of multiple pop-out arms. You can see I don't have many expensive figures because I obviously had to save up more for them when the new movie came out. Another General Grievous. This is a fake figure. I think I went abroad and they had loads of fake crappy Star Wars figures and I never had a Princess Leia, so I bought this. It's pretty funny. I wish I could show the face off in better detail, but the face is just hilarious. Fake figure. Young Obi-Wan. Picked 2 figures. Little Anakin from episode 1 in this kind of pod racing clothes. A Darth Maul from episode 1. An Obi-Wan from episode 2. A Yoda. And I think this figure's been released a few times. I still see this kicking around in packages in comic book stores. General Grievous's bodyguard. Well, one of them. I never got a second one. Because my mom wouldn't let me buy a repeat of the same figure when I was young. She said I always had to get different figures. So that sucked. Because I wanted 2 bodyguards. A Droideka. This figure's actually getting pretty rare. I mean, reasonably, well, it's not expensive, but compared to the $150 that I paid for it. And we're coming to the final figures. Oh, we have 3 in one bag. We have a Chewbacca. We have a Han Solo. I won a second Han Solo from episode 5. And the kind of winner scene. The only figure I'm missing in this box is Luke from the end of episode 5. He has one of his accessories here, because these are just miscellaneous accessories. You can see this is because he had the removable hand, and you could put this kind of pod on, like the stump of his arm. That's because that figure is actually in a box, and he got mixed up with all my G.I. Joes. That's one thing I did as a kid, because you could get G.I. Joes cheap as well. When they were kind of going out of fashion again, I guess, because now they brought them back again. But I used to mix up my G.I. Joes with my Star Wars figures, have future fighters and past fighters. They weren't just Star Wars figures, they were many different adventures, my stories, G.I. Joes meets Star Wars. Great times. Just a few miscellaneous accessories, like there's a body of C-3PO, which was an accessory I think with the Chewbacca figure. I never did get an actual C-3PO. Oh, and also a figure that I'm missing is Qui-Gon Jinn. You can see here his lightsaber and his kind of poncho that he wore in the desert scene. I don't know where he disappeared to. But like I say, most of my figures are complete. I would say about 80% of them I've still got all the accessories. So I hope you enjoyed exploring my Star Wars collection with me. Hope it wasn't too painful. And like I say, check out the links below for more Star Wars action. And check out my channel, please. If you just generally like collecting, you know, comic books, Ninja Turtles, all that good stuff. Hauls. And I guess I'll clock off here because I've been shooting for 15 minutes now. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time.